mission to rescue an abandoned vehicle out there at the Connect Glacier. As far as we know, it has wheels. Well, mostly. 3 of them we think hold air. 1 is definitely shredded. It's a manual transmission, 1991 Ford F150. Gabe, what are your thoughts right now?
I kind of think that we might have a decent chance of even getting it running out there. It's a pretty simple truck, and it doesn't look like it's been like scavenged for parts yet. It doesn't look like they really were beating on it too hard. It looks kind of like somebody drove it out there and drove it into a bunch of trees, got a couple flat tires, and then couldn't move anymore because they were spinning the wheels in the tires with the open dips. That's my theory. But it's been out there, what, 2.5 years at least?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly 2.5 years?
Yep.
So, not so sure how the block will have held up, not so sure how the brakes will have held up, the fuel, the hydraulic clutch, all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of wild cards. We don't have a key to it. We're going to have to go mutilate the steering column a little bit. And, yeah, worst case scenario, we'll just figure out how to pull it out of there.
We get there, we're going to hook up with a couple of fellows. There's a guy named Michael Hendricks. You might want to check out his YouTube channel. He's getting that started, so go give him a subscription and a like. He's going to go with us in his Dodge Ram Power Wagon. All right, coming up on our turn.
Yeah, and before we make our turn, I'll try to show everybody the view. Hopefully you can see that through the windshield here. Pretty beautiful Saturday here.
All right, there's our Power Wagon dude. Our crew is beginning to arrive. This is Scott here with this Trail Toys Toyota, and he is going to be clutch for us today because he knows exactly where the F-150 is. He was scouting it last week, which is wonderful. It's going to help us save a lot of time. This is Michael Hendricks' Power Wagon right here. He'll be hanging with us today. They're going to go on and enjoy the glacier, which would be fantastic. Hey, while we're waiting, you want to tell everybody about your truck?
Sure.
All right, so this is Mike Hendricks. He is Happy Hendricks on YouTube. Go check him out, subscribe, and give him a like. What you got here, man?
All right, so this is our 2024 Ram Power Wagon. We got this thing in August of last year, and we haven't even done the first oil change on it yet.
No
but,
kidding.
So far, we've done 37s. We have Defloft manufacturing armor underneath the whole belly. We have white knuckle racing sliders on it.
Wait, that differential cover is not stock, is it?
We have AEV differential covers front and rear. Currently has a rigged ultra swing on the back. Up top overland bed rack with a 23-0 tent. And currently Trail Toys has one of my 2 road armor bumpers coming in. Those that are familiar with my channel know that 2 weeks ago the Power Wagon gave a tree a kiss, and so the front's not so purty anymore.
Yeah, we might insert a clip of that video right here, right now.
At the top to the right. I'm not sure if this is a safe shot.
But
It was epic.
she's a great truck. Right there, that was the Ruby Lake Trail Run with Trail Toys.
Yeah, that was that. What does this weigh? About 6,800?
Factory weight is 6,800. As it sits right now, it's 8,860.
Oh yeah, so that slow drift down that frozen trail must have felt like you were building momentum, you know.
Oh yeah, we were going nice and slow, and all of a sudden when it broke loose, it just started accelerating, and there was nothing we could do.
Gasoline engine.
Gas engine, it's the 6.4 Hemi, high output, 415 horsepower.
Nice, nice.
8-speed auto. It's got all the goodies: lockers, front and rear, sway bar, disconnect, Warren 12,000-pound Xeon winch. It is a very well equipped. We even did the full 17-speaker Harman Kardon sound system because, well, you got to have good tunes while you're out on the trail.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is awesome. I appreciate you coming out here with us.
Absolutely.
Wasn't necessarily on your calendar 24 hours ago, but thanks for taking my call on that, and we're just going to go try to make an adventure happen, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Clean up the area a little bit too. I'm a big fan of keeping Alaska clean, so.
All right, we are getting out, and Gabe and I were just talking. The trail conditions have changed since last weekend. I'm seeing a lot of fresh water flowing. This was
On top of the ice.
yeah, this was serious frozen last weekend. So it is. I'm seeing liquid water right here splashing. So could be worse, could be better.
Even just flat towing it, I'll be having a ton of fun.
I wish I had a way of putting some heat in it for you.
No, that's alright, I brought a lot of layers. It's like 37 degrees up there. It's like tropical for this time of year. Slippery over there.
I'm not sure about the supposed to go there or not.
It's tracking him because there's a lot of places we can get to him. What's that?
We'll figure it out.
Right, so if you can see here, we are completely off charted mapping roads on the, well, they're not roads, but on the Onyx. It clearly is a trail, but this is one of my suspicions why this truck was not already burned and something done. This is not a high volume, high traffic route.
Scott, this is the route you have on your diet. Four-wheeler trail. I love lamps. Technically, it's a 5x5 trail.
So our map says we made it to the GPS coordinates here, but we're not seeing the truck. There's a spare in the bed.
There's a spare in the bed. What in the world?
We have made it here to the 1991 F150. This is our first look at it, walk around. We had a little bit of help when we first got up here from the guys. Scott added some air again to the tire. The rest of the group has taken on off. They're gonna go enjoy the rest of the day at the glacier. And we are here checking this out. The Power Wagon made it out here A-OK. All, what'd you say, 9,000 pounds?
9,000 pounds.
All 9,000 pounds of it.
Did
So
you need to use four-wheel drive?
Nope.
here we go. So
Two-wheel drive
We did
game.
two-wheel drive game it the entire way out, but that little ice shelf there at the Beaver Dam, could have done it in two, but I didn't want to smash on the front any harder.
no worries.
Very responsible, very
We
responsible.
did win the two-wheel drive game though.
This thing might be in two-wheel drive for all we know. The hubs are locked, but
Yep. Well, Gabe, take us around it. Show us what you see here.
Yeah, well, we've already found some very interesting things. It's clearly been driven into a few trees and rocks and embankments and things. It's a little worse on the other side. This door does still work. That's quite the feature. You know, that's luxury. And, oh, it's been moved, but somewhere here on the bench seat we found parts of a mag wheel from an older Ford. I maybe could have gotten this on an 81, but it doesn't match the set on this vehicle, and it's clearly lived a pretty hard existence. There's a tire in the bed that I'm sure came off of this that looks like it did a couple of miles flat. There's an empty toolbox in the back. There's unfired shotgun rounds around it on the ground.
There's a starter in here.
There's a starter in there, yes.
That's a bad sign.
Some little jumper cables, and the electrical situation under the hood's pretty concerning. If you take a peek in the cab here,
let's take a look.
You can see there's already been some choice modifications. I think these yellow wires running down here all twisted together may have something to do with maybe ignition power or fuel pump power, something like that. We might
That's old. That's like trailer wires or speaker wires.
Yes, this looks exactly like trailer wire. Actually, you know, your for the one side of the trailer there.
Your running lights and your blinker.
Just like the last vehicle, we got evidence of some fast food vittles. This is unbranded though. There's a big pile of trash over there. You'll go see.
Okay. And this is showing 56,885 miles.
That's it?
56,880. It's a five-digit.
It's a five-digit odometer. Yeah, I
could be 100.
I thought a 91 would have a. Now the last registration on the license plate, I did find the plate while we were wandering around, is 2020, October 2020. They do 2-year registrations up here, so you never know. Could have been 2018.
So the word we hear is that it's at least two and a half years that this has been sitting here.
Yeah, and it's on a pretty isolated part of the trail. Some experienced people locally here took us out to find it, and we had to snake back and forth for like 5 or 6 minutes when we finally made it to the area that the truck was known to be in with GPS coordinates, until we could actually find it here amongst all the willows and alders and everything.
Well, what do you see here?
Well, you probably want to come get a close-up of the really fine grounding situation. See, you got a cable that burnt and was twisted back together with some Romex. This might help us later to bypass some relays or stuff. I like having that solid core wire around on a project like this. You can see those 2 wires from inside the cab here joined to the positive post of the battery. It's both wires joined to the same positive post, so this might be running something of fairly high amperage, like the fuel pump or the ignition power. We probably should have brought a little bit of wire, but there's some here to scavenge.
You know,
luckily.
It makes sense. They might have taken that right to the fuse for the fuel pump.
Yep. And
brought
otherwise, there is no starter solenoid. You know, with a Ford, right here on the fender well, there should be a square or a round starter solenoid mounted. This one appears to have succumbed to some sort of fire, and all we have left is the stud itself that normally joins all these positive connections together. So we're going to want to make sure that the connections in here are sound. We're going to want to wrap this up with some electrical tape. This battery terminal is probably going to really give us a hard time because it looks like it's been melted a few times, and that's likely because this is the positive cable running to the starter, and they've clearly been arcing it out there to start the thing. So
yep, and it is a super start, so it should super start.
Yeah, we'll see about that. It isn't bulged. It might actually charge when you take it home. I'm surprised it isn't like severely bulged and frozen.
I like the, well, here's extra wire right here.
I know, yeah.
The cable that's holding it in.
So they were really thinking ahead there.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
So what's the plan?
We've already had somebody try to hook jumper cables to it and roll the starter over, and the starter just kind of clicked.
Well, you gotta have juice in
Not
the
in gear.
starter to start it anyway.
Don't run yourselves over.
The starter.
Yeah, but the motor ain't. Oh, fuck. No.
That gets hot.
Yeah, that's a lot of juice, and it isn't. The fan didn't move it. The engine's locked up, I think.
Okay.
I usually just pick
All
a
right.
direction.
It's trying.
It's not locked up.
It's turning.
I think it's more a bad starter than anything.
When it's quiet, we'll have to see if the fuel pump is
Able to turn on.
buzzing. Yeah.
She's 306. She's fine. I knew it. All right. So either there wasn't enough amperage getting to the starter or voltage or whatever, or that starter's no good. So I think the first thing I want to do is clean up this junction so that we don't have a big fire hazard here. Then we'll try to put a newer battery in it, see what those wires in the cab do. Then we'll play with the starter, and if the starter doesn't work, we'll try to pull start it. And at some point in there, we have to put a tire on the thing.
I forgot to bring the voltmeter.
That's okay. We'll just do it the hard way. I don't think that we're too worried about electrical fires on this thing, considering it's already pretty crispy. So yeah.
We got our tow vehicle right here.
Yeah. Hopefully the tow vehicle has enough mass to do this for us here. I think it weighs like 16 ounces, maybe.
It's got all-wheel steering, so that's a start.
That'll really help us.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Oh yeah, there's no oil filler cap,
Yep.
but there is oil in it. It has brakes. It has a hard brake pedal, and it has a hard clutch pedal, which is those are the two big wild cards. If it runs, we should have brake and clutch.
All right. I tell you what. I'm going to take the easy route and swap the tire.
All right.
Get up and let him change it.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Maybe if all three
Maybe
of
if I
us
were
sit on
20
the
years
opposite
younger.
corner, it'll-
Yeah, right? And then I can film the behind the scenes video for the next week. And I'm like, and my wife going, you moron. You.
Okay.
Nerdy.
Oh, I love the nerdy YouTube stuff.
Have fun with it.
Did you hear what Cooper said about that footage of my truck hitting the tree?
Yeah,
I shared it
1.3 million.
1.4.
That's awesome. I've never had anything
I'm like,
turn
wow,
a million.
nice. I had one go to like 67,000 or something.
One wheel. I can see the air in it.
Oh, great roll.
If I had the confidence and positivity of this man right here,
I stole it from a friend.
I could do anything.
He's very sad without it. I don't know how I did it.
I mean,
It's got twin traction beam though. I can't promise anything. I might go full fucking Ivan Iron Man Stewart here.
There's no way that it can leave here
In one piece.
without just giving it the beans.
Oh, it's gonna be full throttle second gear the whole way if it runs. If it runs, you're just gonna watch me disappear.
Barking flames.
Got the fancy Optimus today. So it's out of gear.
I'm still not going to stand in front of it. I'm still not going to. You know what? Maybe I should move my truck from out in front of it as well before we crank it.
It's on the ground. Yep, I think that.
was a Dodge Ram, so I could say
Let's grab a set of jumper cables. I don't think that ground is doing very much. It's not very much sparking. There we go. That looks a little healthier.
So is this going to be new from the battery post to the engine ground cable?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to see if hooking up a jumper wire, giving us more ground, gives us more positive results. I guess it's a ground. Would those be negative results?
What's Derek from Vice Grip Garage call it? It's the SAD cable.
A sad cable. We're making a really sad cable. So you can just properly turn it into a uni cable here. Let's hook it up in a different spot too. Let's stab that on the manifold there. All right. You want to step off to the side
Yeah.
in the case? Oh! I heard half a movement of the starter.
Do you want to clamp them with these?
I think it's more of a how it's connected to the. I think it's more the clamp itself is bad. Like I'd have to do a lot more connecting. It's not worth that. Let's see if we can make the fuel pump run. And if the fuel pump runs, let's try to pull start it. Okay. What is going on? Now there's not supposed to be this big long bolt going through the starter mount like sideways at a 15-degree angle here. That I can tell you. Oh, and someone's definitely beat the crap out of the starter with a hammer because the oil pan's all dented in over here.
Huh.
That's cool. We're learning a lot about this truck, and it's straight pipe.
Yep, I see that.
So what do we got going on here?
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not this ignition's been punched or something, you know, but it's locked. If we could get this to rotate, we got power, and then maybe we don't have to bypass everything. So I was trying to see like if I could grab this and turn the ignition, but it's locked up tight. What's this right here? You see that?
Let's get in.
There's a rod right here. Hey Gabe, you got the battery connected out there?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. What?
Don't run that fuel pump too long. That's awesome. Holy cow.
Yeah, so all the planning, we were looking at YouTube videos. I've actually got all the spec sheet pulled back there from the service manual on how this ignition lock comes out and stuff. And I'm looking at, we'd have to drill this pin and drill this and drill that. And there it is right there. We can start it right there. So, which actually the starter's dead, but we can at least engage it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some gas in it. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and gas this thing up, and hopefully it doesn't all run right out on the ground. Well, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and gas it up, you know? Why not? See what happens. Wait a minute. There it is, it's going in. So none of the, you know, lifting and twisting like that. My wife found this on Amazon. Yeah, it's going in. So probably gonna wait, what is this, $3 and something a gallon right now?
Yeah.
So maybe putting 16 some odd dollars in fuel in here. Oh well, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's taking it though.
Yeah.
Nothing going down on the ground?
Nothing dripping on the ground.
Awesome.
That's pretty impressive.
We've got a mystery wire over here that's been cut that previously, when we touched power to it, the fuel pump turned on. But we also, I'm pretty sure, just heard the fuel pump turn on when I did that.
Just random.
We know the starter is dead. So I think the plan is, once we get this together, we're just kind of pull it, right? See if we can get it to bark off. In theory, because we can't sit here and spin the key and crank it. Be nice. That's, you know, shoot some starting fluid or gas down there, it's not going to work. We're just going to have to pull it off. What are we doing here now?
Well, just taping up this junction of wires here. This is taken, someone had a splice of wires here that they had run into the cab where they could disconnect them from inside the cab. I've replaced it with this one big red positive wire so that we have hopefully just a more solid connection. Just all the power. If this thing catches fire, I really want it to, you know,
all the power.
I want some amps to go through it.
Got it.
Pull this trim off around the windshield and then get in here with a flathead shovel and just lever out this glass. It's basically held in here with a strip of rubber-like material and the trim. So if we get the trim off, we might be able to make this a little more livable.
Right, and then, so...
and up here under the hood, we have cleaned up all the previous hackery is basically what we've done. We put a good battery in it, we've made a ground to the motor. Chris figured out that the ignition has been messed with enough, we can move the push rod to the starter switch on the column. We've got power run to something that the previous people had hot wired over here. We've got fuel in it, we can hear the fuel pump running. If it has ignition, it should run.
Yep, that's the idea. All right, cool.
Everybody, if you're not wearing safety glasses,
All right, so the purpose of this is we don't want this glass fracturing and getting in eyeballs and stuff heading out.
spraying glass everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, the epitome of a man. This is Pinnacle Man.
This is America, right here.
That small.
That's brilliant.
used to have a Jeep that said, it was great. It said, if I wanted a Hummer, I'd ask your sister.
Yeah.
And I was at this gas station, and this trooper walks up behind me and goes, "Is that your Jeep out there?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "I own a Hummer." And I was like, "Do I need to remove my sticker?" And he goes, "Nope, just saying." Okay, okay, officer.
They got 2 screws in here facing opposite directions of one another. That's why mechanics don't like Fords.
All right.
So many deep pockets. Holy gosh.
Great. Environmental hazmat cleanup complete. Check, 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 check. We're going to just carry it out with us and then dispose of all that broken glass later. Appreciate you closing the window. That is a good idea.
I want everybody to be nice and fix this mirror.
All right, so we have ratchet strapped battery. Let's see, before we connect it though, we'll get the strap on, right? The pull strap.
Power's on, we're all hooked up. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire off. That'd be cool.
So Lee, are you?
I'll be in with Mike.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, I was about to say yeah, because we may not be coming back here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we got all the tools. Real quick look. Tools cleaned up. I don't see anything on the ground. You don't see anything on the ground. Good, good, good.
I can't find here.
Yeah, hang on a second.
All right, pull forward. Anything? Trying to turn over. Right now, you're dragging my wheels. We'll follow the light.
I got some. I got a bunch in here too. Big one?
Yeah, thanks.
Got another big one? You got more water? I got some.
Ah,
more.
shit, it's frozen. Have an ice pack. At least there's a little bit in it now. I can see water.
Perfect. Think we can make it to the Beaver Dam?
Let's try, yeah.
You gonna be all right? Okay. That's the main trail, I think, there, right? If you got it from here? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be in the back.
Try to pass me at some point.
Still got the mic?
Yep.
Let's see if I can get it in gear. I'm going to have to kill it. Let me put it in gear and have you push start me. Check and see where your bumpers are meeting up. Want to put that busted up, flattened tire in between you?
What do you think, Chris? Should we put a tire in between it, or do you think it's alright?
It'll be alright.
10-4, I'm ready whenever.
Yeah, we're looking. Come on forward. Come on forward. You're going to be hitting. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Give him a little push. If anything, stay straight, straight.
Going on its own. Fuck yeah, baby!
Oh, he
Ah.
just. Yeah, he's hot. He's hot.
Alright, she died. I'm gonna
Okay.
get over out of
It might be. Yep. A little bit. At least it's in the water. Yeah, I probably should have stopped when it started smoking that much.
We on
Yeah, come give me the camera. Yeah, I probably should have stopped, but we got the helicopter flyby and
Yeah, it's on fire.
yeah, it's oil. You want the extinguisher? We just want to scoop some mud water.
Oh,
Give me your shovel. Where's the shovel?
Yeah, I got you. It's a big fire.
Hang on.
Yeah, we want the extinguisher.
All right. Suppose I owe you an extinguisher.
Nah. I thought that was more than oil smoke. I mean, just, you know, engine burning.
Yeah, I wish I knew which way to go back there.
And you couldn't hear us.
Yeah, it got too loud.
And we're talking like, I think you're on fire, dude.
Did you see the helicopter flyby?
Yeah.
That was crazy. Holy cow.
On that side.
Yeah, I don't see any more flame.
All right, so the idea here, we know it overheats. Can we pull it through? Can we pull it through and then get it running enough to get it? Let it through and drag it a while and let it cool down and then fire back up
Yeah.
when we need to. Wow, she's hot.
Look at all the oil.
Well, there was no cap on it. We should have,
Yeah.
in hindsight, we should have
Put a cap on it, yep.
which we may still be able to do if it's favorable.
It was gonna keep going if it didn't heat seize. I was gonna go all the way through this mud. Oh man.
You were ripping through those bumps.
I know, that was so fun.
That was pure America, man.
Oh,
That was
I can't believe the frickin' helicopter. That was crazy.
Yeah, the Black Hawk.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. So this
I
thing
spilled a little oil. I feel bad about that.
This thing's it's almost gone. I'm gonna throw it in there with you.
Okay,
And then I got another brand new one I'm gonna put in there with you.
okay, just in
bigger one.
case.
Just in case.
I don't even know if it'll run again after that. Well,
Hey,
I probably got a little too excited.
she went out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, I might have got a little too excited there.
I think you did it exactly how it should have been done. That's exactly what you were picturing.
Well, I was kind of warning you earlier. Sorry if I just go a little, you know, full send. I thought it would be dirtier than this, though. That's.
Well, here we are in the muck.
Yeah, I wish I knew which way the trail was going. I should have slowed down back there, but I thought if I came out of it at all, it was just going to die.
Yeah, this is the way we were gonna go anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you.
It looked like there was a cliff the other way, so
Yeah, no, this would be great.
I figured I shouldn't send it down the obvious sandbar. Holy cow, that was fun. That was the most fun I've had in 5-6 years at least.
All right, if we get you towed through here and get there to where it cools down, then we'll top off the fluids. We'll put a seal on that cap.
Yep.
If you want to try and start it again.
We'll see if it's even not seized now. It died pretty stiffly there.
Are you gonna be able to get out of gear, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you getting ready to hook up? I'm gonna pull front. Okay.
I've been mean enough to the transmission that I don't know
I'm just gonna get down there.
if it'll go back into gear later.
Okay, understood.
I may have.
Did you need some paper towels?
I may have Ricky Bobbied the transmission a little too hard. You know what? No, I'll be all right. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
All right. Well, you were in first,
Yeah.
so you were tacking up pretty hard.
You push started me in second, and it didn't have enough torque to keep moving in second. So I was able to pull it into neutral, rev it to the moon, and pull as hard as I could, and it dropped into first. And
so the clutch just doesn't.
yeah, the clutch is welded to the flywheel.
Okay. Well, and that could be from sitting too. Could just be rusted. to it.
It could be, but I think as violent as we've been, we would have broken it free by now.
Gotcha. Dang, it got hot.
Yeah,
Did the temperature gauge peg up?
The temperature gauge doesn't work. I was like, wow, it's not overheating. That's one of the reasons I just kept going.
It might be because there's an air pocket there and it never got wet. So.
I'm kind of wondering if there isn't really bad freeze damage to the block, because we put a lot of water in there.
Yes, we did. What's that?
What's wrong with the black? I was saying, is that truck moving again?
Well,
they're probably all shitting their pants. Holy Christ, they're driving it.
If I had
probably saw the smoke cloud.
I probably got a call for a fire out here.
Yeah.
I should have been hanging out the window of my truck with the AR like I was running him down, and you guys were going. I would have been like,
get him! He's escaped.
Light him up! Light him up!
I'm kind of hoping they come back at me.
Oh, that rotor wash was so loud when he came over like that.
That was awesome.
That was the only thing I could hear over this truck. Yeah, there's a really severe mixture of oil and coolant coming out of the radiator. I think we may have damaged the block a little bit.
So what does Derek at Vice Grip Garage say? We're just gonna pretend we didn't see that.
We're gonna pretend we didn't see that.
We're just gonna pretend we didn't see any of that.
Right. It was just one final glorious ride.
Is 30 foot gonna be too much, you think?
Yeah, we're gonna have it.
Okay.
We'll pull that thing in half.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm probably.
How is this gonna work?
Oh,
There's our friends with the Black Hawk.
yep.
All right.
Here we go. Everybody get ready.
Oh,
yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Woo!
So far so good. It's holding. That's 8 inches of ice right there, and it's holding. And here comes the Ford. They made it look easy. We've been sitting here pondering this for 20 plus minutes. And there they go. Piece of cake. All right. I think we'll follow suit. Yeah, actually right back there.
Yep, that's where
So if we had smell-o-vision, oh, you got the dirt on the nose. If we had smell-o-vision, people would know what that smells like right now.
Yeah, have you ever been next to a highway, mountain grade, you know that smell that big trucks make?
Yep, I think that one's dead.
Yeah, that one.
I think it's had it.
We lost him a couple minutes ago.
Ooh, it smells. Oh, the bumper has been steadily reshaping itself.
Yes.
I mean, it's about to tear off. Yeah. We probably should reset that before we get in the water, because that's going to end up being a.
Water, you're right.
Yeah, that's going to be a swim.
Yeah, Mike,
Swim
go
your
ahead
way
and
out.
back up. We'll swap sides.
Or we'll re-rig it a little bit.
Or rig it through the rail. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, they gave us the wingtip.
Right, so our new rigging is a solid steel shackle, grade 8 bolt. What is that, a dang 7? That's a big bolt.
Yeah, it's I think it's a 3/4. You're not supposed to replace your shackle pins with a grade 8 bolt. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. But I can't find a big U-shaped shackle like this that's a screw type, at least not in my budget. So this is a Koch Industries, like that political family pin type shackle. You can't use just a pin with the, you know, little cotter pin through it, because this will spread under
Right,
load.
it'll spread the ring.
So don't do what Donnie Don't does, but that's the best thing for our scenario.
Got it. So we're coming to the end of this epic 1991 Ford F150 rescue. We're up at the last little bit of trailhead here, and the brakes are really getting hot and weak on that Ford. Oh, and I see he is sliding, trying to stay out of the back of that Ram. Got a little bit of technical trail working to get out of here the rest of the way. And then we're at the parking lot. Nikki's got the GMC on the way with the trailer, so we can get this thing loaded up. But my goodness, we had the twin airplanes come in, hugging the river. That was just incredible. We had the Black Hawk helicopter zooming on us. That was just absolutely amazing. And, well, the engine actually ran on that old Ford, and it tried its darndest to drive itself out of here. But there's clearly something super wrong with that motor. Probably had been overheated, or it's been out here for years and years, and who knows if the block isn't frozen or something else happened and they lost all the coolant that way. But either way, it's a win. Like right here? Yeah, that's a good idea. You got
Cut passenger.
okay. Okay, let off the brakes. She's gonna pull you. Go forward. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope.
Stop.
Nope. Hold. Stop. So what do you think?
I think it went pretty well. We got it, what, 2 miles, 1.5 miles down the trail running under its own power. We had to pull start it.
It was nuts. It was so nuts.
Yeah, we made it through a couple little obstacles. We made it up into some mud, and then it seized and died. And it may still run again, but it's too icy to try and pull start it here. We got it on the trailer safely. We got it off the trail without making any mess. I'd say we were pretty successful.
Absolutely. And it was really cool to see people out there that we were running into that recognized it, and they were like, thank you so much for getting it out of here.
Is that from clear out there? Yep.
Yeah, so that felt good, you know? That's what it was all about.
And that flyover from the Black Hawk, that was pretty incredible. And everybody out doing their plane flights today raced each other or whatever they were doing.
Unbelievable. What about
Awesome
these guys
day.
with the
and the Ram,
the
pulling us
power
through
wagon?
everything. Yep.
Come on over here, guys.
Got the dead weight Ford through the day.
These guys, they killed it. Thank you so much.
No, it was great. You know, we got the invite last night, and we just hey, yeah, we want to be a part of this. Let's go clean some stuff up and a day out on the trails, you know. It's a good time, so might as well beat on the Power Wagon a little bit for a good cause, right?
Yeah, Power Wagon didn't break a sweat.
No, that's the part of it. It's the Power Wagon.
Didn't break
a good
a
job.
Yeah, but I hear that there's a Rebel around here somewhere.
There,
that
yeah. You know, that's what happens. Every now and then somebody from the peanut gallery's always got something better, but you don't see it on the trail, so.
Good point. Good point. Anyway, it was absolutely awesome. Thanks. Trail Toys Scott was unbelievable. Cooper's behind that camera right now. None of this stuff would happen without these guys. Heck, I was just staring up the tires with one of their air kits. It makes all the difference. So if you need any off-roading equipment, go see Trail Toys. They're the guys.
100%. That's who I use.
Or if you're getting out in the world, if you're four-wheeling, hiking, whatever, leave your trails clean.
Absolutely. And our mic had quit, I don't know how long ago, so it'll still hear us. We'll just turn up the volume. Last thing, tell us what we should do with this.
Yep.
What do you think? Put it in the comments below.
What should the fate of all these parts be?
Send it.
Send it up. Is this the next July 4th glacier jump truck? I don't know. Manual transmission, a little tricky, but it's been done before. All right, guys. Well, thanks again.
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it.
Gabe.
Thank you.
Great to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for the help.
Gabe, thanks
Virtual
so much.
handshake with Cooper. Thanks, bud.
Behind the camera.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
See you guys.